Hello there and welcome to Genesis Models, and this is another inbox review, and this inbox review today is going to be the E-2C Hawkeye 1 in 48 scale by Italeri. So let's just jump straight in there. Let's get our instructions out. First page is just a nice little bit of a description about the actual aircraft, and it's in a few different languages. Moving through, the instructions aren't too bad, but they aren't brilliant, should I say. They do kind of just about get you there, but there are complicated parts like the engine bay and the wheel well area. It's very complicated to kind of go together. It can be a bit kind of like what's going on, and that's even with a good set of instructions, okay? And the instructions don't help, so a little bit of an area you need to concentrate on. Going through, I mean, it does get you there, it does explain it, okay? It's not the best, it's not the worst, but you do get a lot of options in the instructions for like flaps up, flaps down, wings folded, you know, wings extended, and all that kind of stuff. Options for like 2 different types of propellers and that. So that's really the instructions. You should be okay. You get a common decal placement, which is like 3 pages long, just showing you common decals, and then you have the markings. Now this is the one I'm going to be doing, version A, which is the US Navy VAW 115 USS Kitty Hawk. Nice set of markings that goes with this one, so I'm doing that one. You've also got the US Navy VAW 125 USS JF Kennedy, and they look quite nice actually as well. And you've got a French set of markings here, which, as you know, I'm not good at pronouncing foreign words, so I'm not going to embarrass myself, but there's 3 nice markings. So, with the theme of markings, let's have a look at our decals. And really, we don't have to talk about this that much, because, as we know, they are designed and printed by cartographer. So if it's designed and printed by cartographer, these decals should be, without a shadow of a doubt, no problem at all, and will nicely conform with micro, salt and set. And as you can see, very colourful, lots of colours, nicely in registry, and you know, you get an awful lot of nice decals and big decals. And you've got a whopper here, which I'm going to have to put on, which in all honesty I would say is probably going to be the biggest decal I've ever put on a model. So decals, no problem there. Right then, the kit itself, big bag of parts, and I've got a few little other things to show you as well with this. So trying to rip through this bag, which is a bit kind of disappointing actually, because I'm opening up this big massive bag and I've just got a heap load of plastic just in that one bag, okay? Its packaging is pretty crap, okay? We're probably going to now have, because there's so much plastic in here, right, which means, you know, quite a bit of weight, which means, you know, they've been properly having a good rub against each other, and we're probably going to have, you know, a few scratches and everything. But at least I suppose they did kind of separately bag our canopy section, or I would have been peed. Okay, so I'm trying to get all these mass of sprues out the way. Okay, so annoyingly on the packaging, I've got a sprue here which is our propellers, exactly the same that excuse me, exactly the same that was with the Greyhound actually, and they go together quite nicely, no problems there. I just got to find a place to put all this plastic now. Right, looking at the actual fuselage section, okay, we've got a nice load, well, okay, recessed panel lines, nice riveting. The recessed panel lines are a bit on the thick side, admittedly, bit out of scale, but they're not like mega bad. I mean, they're still good, they're going to do the job, they're still going to look good, and There is a few little mould problems just here. Let's bring you in as far as we can. Right, we've got some mould problems just here. Right, basically the recessed panel line goes all the way around, and then the mould goes all funny and you lose the recessed panel line, so you've got to like rescribe that in across there. Just bring you out. And just underneath on this side, our recessed panel lines, you know, they could do with a bit of a scribe, because when it comes to recessed panel lines, as you go around the curve and you kind of get to like the 90-degree angle, the recessed panel lines do kind of fade a bit, and that's where you could do with just doing a little bit of rescribe. And I mean, that's kind of with most models. You know, if that's actually good on a model, it normally means it's probably going to be a good one. So moving along, we've got some more propellers with the two different versions as I just showed you with the first one, no biggie. We've got some parts here again. Yeah, I mean, the recessed panel line rivet detail is nice. I mean, it is quite sharp, it is quite crisp. You know, the plastic has got a nice smooth surface. I'm not seeing any nasty ejector pin marks or anything like that. The flash is not bad at all, but there is one pain to these kits. I did it with the Greyhound, and you've got it with this kit, is you've got these little tiny spike things that pop out of the back, and they are just a pain, because you have got to go through all that building, spraying, decaling and finishing, and somehow end up with them still actually attached to the model. They just come off left, right and centre. So what I did with the Greyhound was I just kept on picking up the pieces and bringing them along with me and putting them aside, sorry, and then at the end I glued them back on when it was all done and finished. However, you could probably cut them all off, drill a little hole and stick in some sort of metal rods in there. Right, this piece here, you know, I mean, it does look good. We've got stuff like, I think it's some wheel wells here. We've got like what is this part here where you hold on that radar dome thing, looking pretty good. Standard few little pieces. We've got some landing gear detail here, which you know, doesn't look too bad. We've got our engine area, you know, as you know, it's the same kind of nice crisp detail going on all round. As I say, a little bit excessive with the recessed panel lines, but we've got our tub here, which, I mean, our tub doesn't look too bad. Excuse me, got a bit of a cold, I think. Right, our tub doesn't look too bad. I mean, you know, there's some nice detail in there. Okay, but move. Oh, here's our instrument panel. We want to see that, don't we? Okay, our instrument panel does actually look quite detailed. There does seem to be quite a bit of detail going on in there, which once that's painted up and detailed up, should actually look quite nice. However, from what I can remember, you can't see that well actually into the cockpit anyway, apart from the ejector seats. So moving along, we've got some more engine part detail and like little tiny bits, pretty standard. I mean, there's nothing, and then we've got a duplicated part, but looking at it, there's no nasty flash with these kits, and no nasty kind of ejector pin marks, like as I said. But here is the one problem I don't like about this kit, and that is this absolutely plain boring seat. Right, plain boring. There's nothing to it. You know, it needs to be livened up. So you can go out and buy some aftermarket parts, but in this case I didn't want to go out and buy the aftermarket like interior photo etched interior set or anything like that. I just want to jazz up this seat, right, which I could make my own seat belts, but for this, what I'm going to do is I'm coming along and I've brought what is the C2 cargo bay seat belts, right, and what it is basically a photo etch piece just full of seat belts. You know, it's just got loads and loads and loads of seat belts on there, which actually is not bad. Not bad at all. Because I think, I can't remember the cost of it, but you know, it costs about the same price as any kind of photo etch really. I mean, maybe a £5 or £6 or something like that. But what you've got here, you buy this once and you've got a heap load of seat belts to do all your models where you don't want to buy loads of aftermarket parts, and you know, and you don't want to go out and make your own seat belts or something like that. This is a nice little thing that can really just jazz up, you know, any kind of seat for little cost. And yes, okay, it might not be the exact seat belts for that exact seat or anything like that, but the thing is, you know, you're saving money, and it's just that little bit of extra detail that you can add in standardly from now on without kind of going off and, you know, buying all that stuff. The other thing is as well is I always have lying around the odd bit of photo etch where I've used a load of photo etch, and say in this case I went out and I brought the resin seats. Okay, so because I brought the resin seats, I didn't need to use the photo etch seat belts, so I've got, you know, spare seat belts. So that's what you want to kind of do, is keep hold of these things that you save so that you can jazz things up like this with these kits. So moving along, we've got this sprue here and a wing has come off, but I mean, looking at it, it looks like the rest of the kit. It's nice smooth plastic, nice neat, nice recess and rivet markings going on, and you know, I'm not seeing any nasty ejector pin marks or anything like that in the wrong place. I'm not seeing any nasty sink marks. I mean, it does look all pretty good. No major flash. Okay, yeah, I mean, it is coming along nicely. It does look like a nice kit. And looking through it, the more I go over this, the more I see it looks, there's so many parts in this that is used on the Greyhound in this kit. Okay, so I can kind of comment on this kit quite a bit. And we've got a nice radar dome here, which is raised surfaces on this, which I'm assuming it is raised because it's raised on the real thing, but that's gonna look nice. And then we've got some structural integrity parts if you want to have the wings folded up. So I'm just going to open up our bag of clear parts, as you can see, and looking inside, they do actually look rather shiny. Yep, hopefully you can see that on camera, pretty damn shiny, looking really nice there. We have got some nasty scratches actually. You're not going to be able to see it on camera, but basically there's some scratches here which I think is on the inside, which is a right pain. However, I think we're lucky because this area here doesn't actually, well, you actually spray over on top of that area, so we're lucky there. The window's actually here and here, not here where we've got all this scratching. And that was from what I was basically saying about the posting packaging. They've just got all the parts, thrown them in one bag, thrown this clear plastic parts into one bag on its own, and they're hoping it's not going to get scratched. And you know, it has, but luckily it's scratched in an area that isn't going to be an actual clear part. And looking at the rest, looking very shiny, and we've got some scratching here on this one as well, and that is just where the plastics are rubbing in the box, which is very annoying. So Italeri, can you please sort out your packaging? And here's some parts that just came off in the actual bag, which is like some more panels and stuff to go in the cockpit area, and it looks pretty good. We'll throw that in the box before we lose it. So that is all the parts and everything that comes in the kit. So, well, how much does this kit cost? Well, the Italeri kit costs £52, and that's RRP price at Hannants. And the Kinetics one is something like £49.99. So, you know, about £2 cheaper if you go with the Kinetics kit. But as I say, I went for this one because you get some nice markings with it. So is this kit worth it? Well, going off the experience from the Greyhound, you know, it is a big kit. It is a heap load of plastic, you know. I mean, this isn't a standard 1 in 48 scale jet, you know. I mean, this is a big beast. It's gonna be one of those nice big centerpieces. I mean, it's almost in the size, well, it is basically the size of your 1 in 32nd scale kit. So I mean, it is kind of in a way a 32nd scale kit because it's got that size to it. I know it's 1 in 48, but you know, it's a big kit, lot of plastic. You do get some nice decals, so I'm gonna have to say, yeah, it's a recommended kit. It is expensive, but it is big, okay, and you get all that nice, really nice decals. However, as I say, I've built the Greyhound and there was quite a bit of filling, quite a bit of sanding, quite a bit of scribing that went with that kit. And looking at the parts that are here and that are basically the same as the Greyhound, you know, it's not going to be an easy build. It's not going to be a nice, perfect, has a go slot together, job done, little bit of a sand, seam line sorted. You know, it's going to take quite a bit of filling, sanding, scribing, so just keep that in mind. However, and you know, it is a bit on the expensive side, but I'd say it's just about worth the price and what's with the actual kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off, I'm going to build this model now, and when I've built it, I'm going to do a final conclusion video to show it you all in its built state, and I can then give you more experience on the kit and how it's gone together, how the decals have gone, and you know, the spray work and everything, and to give you even more detail about this kit, and to kind of give you a final conclusion whether or not this kit is actually really worth it after it has been all built in that final conclusion videos. To view that, you need to go to genesismodels.co.uk, and there on the website in the video section you will see this kit, okay, up there to view both videos, which will be in box review and final conclusion. Go in there and you'll be able to view all that. So until next time, my name is Bobby Waldron and this is Genesis Models.